upon the President of the CA, the Croquet Association, Quilla Barrett, to say a few words.
Hello again. I speak on behalf of the Croquet Association, and I have a confession. The CA was founded in 1897, and in the last 118 years we have never had a woman president. I pause for cries of shame. I hope there'll be some strong lobbying by the CA members in due course. I want to say a word about the state of... Bravo. I want to say a word about the state of the association game. The CA is concerned at the fall-off of members who play this great version of croquet. I know we're not the only national governing body to have concerns about this, which we all very much regret. Over the last few years, the CA has published lots of advice to clubs about how best to encourage more beginners to play the association game. I think we should all play a part in this. Could I suggest we enthusiasts who are here today regard ourselves as AC apostles to spread the word to croquet's opinion formers, whether they be in national associations or federations or clubs. We do need action to get more people starting to play the association game. To close, a word about the Nottingham Club. It's not for me to judge how successful they've been in organising this World Championships. That's up to the players. All I would say is that when I go to major events that are held at CA clubs, I'm always hugely impressed by the number of members who spend hours and hours planning the events and then managing all aspects of them. You can't do it without a real team effort, and Nottingham has been no exception. I would like to thank all their members and tell them how proud the CA is to have Nottingham as such a long-standing and distinguished member club of the association. I've been delighted to meet and chat with many of you. It has confirmed my view that croquet may be a minority sport, but it is certainly a world-friendly one. Thank you.
And now, on behalf of the World Croquet Federation, the Secretary General, Stephen Mulliner.
Some of you are going to hear what I'm going to say for the second time in a little less than 24 hours, but too bad, because some people were not present at that wonderful dinner last night. The WCF needs the support of the event host, which is in this case the Croquet Association, but we all know the real work is done by the host club, Nottingham, and Quilla was quite right to be as flattering as he was about this club in the way that it's been offering 8 lawns, and indeed I gather before long we'll probably be able to offer 9. And it was a huge team effort, and it's been as well organised a World Championship as I have ever known, and probably the best. And I say that in the presence of Tim King, the CA chairman, who was heavily responsible for the very successful 2011 Golf Croquet World Championship. I'd particularly like to say a word about one entity which is not here today but was present at the opening ceremony, namely Nottingham, as in the city of Nottingham. I heard today of how much support they've given in terms of meeting overtime charges and allowing another member of the staff to help Charlie. That's real support, and we should make sure they are aware how much we appreciate it. And I hope very much that the powers that be here at Nottingham will give me the relevant contact details so I can write and say thank you on behalf of the WCF. But even that pales into insignificance, into, among other things, the sheer amount of catering volunteering that has gone on. And it turns out that Beatrice, who gets plaudits for many things, was also a major catering source, you might say, as was the Surbiton Club, I'm proud to say, and of course Irmgard, who helped make it all happen. So to all those who contributed to that most important part of any croquet tournament, the catering, thank you very much indeed. The other group who I think now should be thanked are the referees, looking very obvious, as they should be, in their tabards. They hopefully didn't have too much to do, but they were always there. And I think to Ian Vincent, Brian Boutell, Ian Plummer, Martin French and Ian Lyons in particular, thank you very much for giving up your time and performing this vital role. I've mentioned part of the Lawns team, but I think Martin Beacon should get a special round of applause for all he's done to make that happen. So Martin, thank you very much. If I had to point to one aspect of this event, which I think we should be particularly impressed by, it's been the publicity side. The more than semi-sensible BBC report on national television I've heard about from all sorts of sources in the short time since it was aired, and it was a great thing to get done. Though I personally think getting the irritating drone flyers to take a photo of the club was a very good idea. So to David, thank you so much for all you've done. I hope very much you will write a suitable report so we can learn from it, but it makes a huge difference. And even if one particular event doesn't get an immediate dividend, other people will be able to learn from it, and hopefully they will too. So thank you very much for what you've done. And lastly, but by no means least, before I come on to a presentation, to the players who've come from far and wide, to Australia and New Zealand. Fantastic to see such good squads here. The Australians deserve a prize for the Couture Stakes, looking very smart indeed. But to see players from Czechoslovakia here and Spain, where they've had to go. To see the European countries where golf croquet is rather keenly followed and AC perhaps less so. It's very encouraging, and I echo Quilla's words about the need to support AC, and it's very good to hear that the Latvians, who have been playing GC only, are now asking for AC coaching. So I'm not depressed at all, but I am very grateful that people have made the effort to travel to the far side of the world in some cases, or a long way from Central Europe, to take part in this event. So well done, and thank you all very much for being part of this. And very lastly, before we get on to what we're really here for, which is the presentations, the committee was chaired by Beatrice McGlenn. Done a great job, and so whether she likes it or not, she's getting her own presentation. So Beatrice, where are you?
I couldn't have done it without a fantastic team, and it's David Bryden, Martin Beacon, Ian Vincent, Rachel Rowe, Paddy Chapman, Peter Deeth and Roger Barclay, and they've been a fantastic team. It's been great. Sometimes.
There is one more award, I should say. This is in a form other than flowers. A manager needs a stiff drink in the evening. So, Peter, thank you very much.
Like others, I would say you can't do it without the players, and I thank you particularly for your heroism last Sunday afternoon. As the waters rose, you kept on playing. I think Chris Clark described you in his commentary as looking like drowned rats.
Yes.
You may have felt like it, but you kept playing, and the tournaments come in on time, and that's down to you. So thank you all very much. Okay, we come to the presentation of the trophies, and in classic reverse order we start with the shield, where the runner-up was Pat Long.
This video.
Yep.
And the winner of the shield, the winner of the shield, and I hope she's put her flowers down, is Beatrice McGlenn. plate, the runner-up, all the way from Australia, was Elaine Coverdale.
Well done. Now we're doing something.
Thank you.
They're all ready.
They're all ready.
360-degree job.
Smiles. And the winner of the plate, also from Australia, Wendy Dixon. Well done.
Oh, good. Yes.
The runner-up in the bowl competition, all the way from Jersey, Sarah Hayes. And the winner of the bowl, all the way from Grantham, Ailsa Lyne. Now, after there were two semi-finals yesterday, where the losers were Jenny Clark
Well done.
bronze medal, and the other was Alison Sharp, who's had to leave. Her medal will be collected on her behalf by Rosie Landry. And after a very tight final, which we've all been watching all day with mounting excitement, the runner-up, Gabrielle Higgins. And the winner, and the new Women's World AC Champion, Miranda Chapman.
We want a speech now.
Somebody say something, it's a video.
A few people I'd like to thank. First of all, the organising committee, Peter, media, and David. Irmgard in the kitchen, Charlie, who's looked after the courts and got them as good as Nottingham has ever looked. The players who've travelled from all over the world to come and play. The Ian Burridge and Gabrielle, who've put a lot of effort into coaching the English ladies.
Yeah.
Italy. I'm very proud of how the ladies have done so well. Paddy and Ollie, who put up with me. Lived with me for the last 6 months. And Keith, who stepped in and offered coaching, and I'm not sure what you did, but somehow without changing anything, you've managed to change everything. Okay, so thank you. Well done.
And now we also.
We can make an announcement, yes. Collect them on your way out. We've got a little memento for you with some Nottingham lace, which we'd like you to take home. It doesn't weigh, this is just for the players, it doesn't weigh very much, and you may also, if you wish, take your name board too.
Who needs his edges?